Okay, so first up is my only solid piece. This is Angelica Pretty's schoolgirl skirt with pochette. I got it for a really good deal on Lace Market, and that was honestly my main reason of getting it. It's a great piece for casual cords, and I tend to wear it in a lot of experimental cord knits, so things that are a little less Lolita or a little less conventional. I find it really allows me to be creative because it's very unique. I really love all of the details of it, even though it is relatively simple, especially for AP's like older fun solids. It has like these nice little satin bows. It has the thicker cotton lace, not the tulle lace. This little pochette is super cute though. It is a little busted right now, and I need to get it fixed. It has the same bows on the back. It has partial shirring as well, which I really appreciate because I cannot fit into skirts that have absolutely no shirring at all. I believe it is made out of cotton and it is really nice and sturdy. It is pretty short. It doesn't really hold much of a petticoat. Overall, I really love the skirt. I love how versatile and easy to wear it is. It's definitely a piece that I wear really often, and again, like a lot of the time in casual cords. So this is my Rabbit Strawberry Garden skirt. It is by Taobao brand Souffle Song or Neverland Lolita. This was actually my very first piece that I bought for Lolita fashion, and I do think it was a really good starter piece, though I don't grab it as much as I did in like my first year in the fashion. This was really cheap, but the quality is pretty good. You know, it's definitely adequate. The construction on the skirt is fine. There's just not really any detail to it. It did come with these sort of suspenders that were detachable, and luckily I got the advice pretty quickly not to wear them with the skirt because it looked very costumey, very like maid cafe kind of thing, and I've followed that advice since receiving it, and I've never worn the straps, not only because they look kind of costumey, but they're just not flattering on my sort of wider shoulders and rib cage. But this skirt is really nice. It does have quite a bit of poof, so you can wear it more casually or with a big petticoat. The lace is pretty basic, but it's not itchy or anything. You might be able to see there's some like fraying and loose threads. Again, the quality isn't anything phenomenal, but it definitely is fine for the price. Mostly I bought this for the print. It has a really beautiful print, really detailed, especially for Taobao at the time. This came out in 2016 or 2017, I believe, and I feel like these kind of OTT sweet prints weren't really popular on Taobao. It was a little bit more sweet classic or kind of like, you know, experimental and like weird uncommon themes, and I just really like that this is a simple classic Lolita theme, strawberries and bunnies with a really beautiful print. Okay, so this is my last skirt. This is Jewelry Jelly by Angelica Pretty. I have it in the pink colorway. I bought this skirt off of Mercari because I was doing a haul and I happened to see it for a very good deal. I wasn't really sold on this print at first because I had only seen the super faded pictures, but once I received it and saw the print in real life, I was completely in love with it, and it's really become one of my favorite pieces since then. I actually received it without any damage. It still has the glitter intact, so I feel very lucky because this print has been hard to come by for a really cheap price lately on Lace Market. There is just so much detail in this cut. You know, for a skirt, it has the custom jello lace, it has these cute little clear pink buttons, it has the partial shirring, this detachable little satin bow with a star on it. The waist ties also have a bow at the bottom, and they have the classic EP star lace. And then on the inside of the skirt, there is this beautiful built-in petty with white and pink and mint, and then a lining on the interior of the built-in petty. And honestly, that level of detail is really hard to find sometimes in current AP. Obviously they don't do the built-in petties anymore, but seeing one with 3 different colors is like, that's a detail that I've only seen on Jewelry Jelly, though I'd love to know if there's other prints that have that kind of detail too. So this is my Marshmallow Bunny OP in ivory. It was the first OP that I bought, and I got it in ivory because I thought it was a little bit more muted than my other prints, and I like that I could kind of just throw it on and the colorway would make it seem a little more toned down, though obviously like tone down for Sweet Lolita is different than tone down for the rest of the world. But I'm really glad that I got in this colorway. It's my only like ivory colorway, and it's just a really beautiful print. It's pretty simple as far as AP prints go, but I kind of like that about it. And the colors on this dress are pretty unique. The dark kind of tealish blue and then the dark forest green. I don't really have anything to match those, but I usually just pair it with sax and pink because there's like the sax bow on the bodice. One of the bunnies has sax bows on it as well. I love the triple colored ribbons on the bodice. It has the classic dot tool lace on the bottom, and then the one up top has two different kinds. So one with bows and then one with bows and parts that are actually cut out of the lace. This also has a built-in petticoat, which makes it super poofy. It's cotton, so it's actually a bit sturdier or heavier, and it wrinkles really easily. It's not too bad. I'm not like a die-hard cotton fan. I don't mind polyester. I have quite a few poly dresses. I just like the poly to be good quality. I find that this dress is really easy to wear. I tend to just throw it on in a really simple coordinate. It can also be OTT if you want, but I like that it's so comfortable, so easy to wear, and I often wear it to non-Lolita events. It also has full back shirring, which again makes it just super comfy, and because it's an OP, it's just easy to put on and go. It really made me fall in love with having OPs. So all the dresses I'm going to be talking about next are mermaid or marine themed. It's my favorite theme in Lolita, and I've tried to collect quite a few of those pieces, but there's still a few on my wish list that I'm hunting down. And I'll be showing these in order of release date. I think it'll be fun to kind of look at the history of these prints and how they've changed over the years. So first up is Meta's Marine Bear. This was actually released in 2020, so it's my most recent release. I did buy it from Closet Child because I believe the OP had been sold out when I checked Meta site, and also because it was a little less expensive off Closet Child, a little more in my budget. I'm in love with this dress. Like, all of the details of it are so beautiful. The rickrack lace, the navy blue lace on the sleeves and on the hem, and then on the bottom of the skirt. I normally prefer dresses that have lace or tulle at the bottom and not like just straight up fabric, but I think it suits the kind of more vintage quality of this dress. It makes me really nostalgic. This print reminds me, maybe this is gonna be a little weird, but this print reminds me of my childhood friend's bathroom wallpaper. Her bathroom was like ocean and sailor themed. There was wallpaper in it, and the blues and like the little bears. These kind of old tiny vintage bears definitely remind me of that, so it's just kind of a sweet childhood feeling. Sailor Lolita is also kind of what made me fall in love with the fashion. Even though it took me 3 years to acquire a sailor dress, I'm really glad that it's this one because I'm totally in love with it. I love the little sailor collar neck bow here. It is detachable, but I don't think I would ever detach it. The belt is also removable. The sailor collar on the inside is not removable, but one side is detachable if you want to hide it. And then it has partial shirring. This dress is pretty, I think, generous in sizing. It fits me well, especially with the belt and the corset lacing to sort of tie it in if need be. But I think it could be pretty generous for someone who is plus size. Obviously Meta is pretty good for that. It's a really light summery dress. It's polyester and it was released in summer, so that's fine. It's a very comfortable soft polyester and it's lined on the inside. Overall, it's really just a perfect, beautiful dress. It's my first Meta dress and I absolutely love it to death. So this is Jewel Marine from Angelica Pretty. This is a 2016 release. I acquired it this year. I got it because of the bodice. I thought it was a really interesting design. It reminds me of like a shell, and I liked that this cut had the shell lace at the bottom. The other one has the print like in a sort of fabric hem. I did notice after I bought this dress that all of my marine dresses have tulle or something at the bottom. They don't have like lace, so it's kind of nice that this one is actually their shell lace, which I really love. It has the AP logo and some little stars in it. This dress also has some unique colors, like this sort of bluish lavender, a more saturated purple, and that kind of forest green that's close to the one on Marshmallow Bunny. But again, I mostly wear it with sacks. Most of my wardrobe is sacks and pink and some mint. I've also worn this one a few times just as a sundress or like a simple party dress to go again out to dinner or a date. And I really like that the cut is kind of fancy enough to carry it on its own. It is really beautiful. It is more detailed than I thought it was. You know, it has those pearls on the straps, this beautiful satin bow, pearls all along the bodice, pearls on the bow, another bow, there's pearls in the neckline as well with like a bunch of layers of lace. There's 2 layers of lace on the straps. It's another day. I unfortunately had some problems with my camera. It cut off suddenly and then stopped focusing, so I'm refilming 3 of my dresses. I also moved into another room in my house because, as you can hear, my birds are being super loud today. I know there was a little bit of them singing in the last part of the video, and unfortunately there will be them screaming in the background this time, but I apologize in advance if it's distracting. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video anyway. So this is Angelic Pretty's Aquarium Carnival. It's a 2016 release, the same year as Jewel Marine. This was my first brand piece, and it was my second Lolita piece. I leapt from a $50 Taobao skirt to a brand dress secondhand. I was very lucky to get it with 2 pairs of the OTKs, the matching ones, and the matching head bow. And I wasn't sure about getting it because I was like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. I had never spent that much on like one piece of clothing before, but I am so glad I did because this is an amazing dress. I have been in love with the print since I first saw it, and especially in this Sax colorway with the different shades of blue and the more muted lavender and pink. I think it's very elegant for a super sweet dress, and the cut complements the print really well. I normally don't like high-waisted cuts, but I find that the high-waisted cut of this one really gives room for the print to be balanced, you know, with that soft gradient and all of the bubbles. And the details of the cut itself are super beautiful. Some of the lace along the bodice and the bottom of the dress have gold trim, and there's a layer of, I'm not really sure what this is, like a sort of soft net, another second lining on the inside. The lace on the straps and on the bodice have 2 different kinds of star lace, and then there's these detachable chains and this like organza dot ribbon with these plastic gems along the bodice. And then along the waist, I love this detail of the chiffon that's gathered with these long ribbons. Very, very pretty, very like elegant. The chiffon overlay that the print itself is on is really soft and really comfortable. The dress is 100% polyester, but the quality of it is really good. It's not shiny, it drapes really, really nicely, and the skirt itself is quite full. I'm very happy that this was my first brand piece. It really showed me the quality that Angelic Pretty can have. Unfortunately, I've had a relatively lackluster experience with Taobao, so I tend to prefer AP. It's my favorite aesthetic. And this dress just really helped me cement my aesthetic and what I loved to wear and find in Lolita fashion. Here we have Angelic Pretty's Marine Kingdom. This is the most recent addition to my wardrobe. It was actually a Christmas gift from my girlfriend, so I'm super grateful and I love it so much. So thank you to my girlfriend, though I don't think she's gonna watch this video. I was blown away when I opened it. I knew this dress would be beautiful and I had wanted it for a long time. It had been on my wish list since pretty much the beginning of me joining the fashion, but there's so much detail to it that I wasn't expecting. First of all, it's making my arms sore to hold it up because it's very heavy. It's a hefty dress. I was surprised to find that it was cotton because I thought it would be polyester. I guess just because it was released in 2015 and I own two dresses from 2016 and they were both poly, I figured 2015 would be as well. But this is a very nice cotton. It's very soft and it drapes very prettily, and it's very full in the skirt. And it also has a built-in petticoat, which I was not expecting because my 2016 dresses, again, do not have a built-in petticoat. One of my favorite details of this is the beautiful shell lace, which is also on my jewel marine, but it suits this dress so prettily. And I love how it's right beside this amazing detailed mermaid print. This one I believe is a Kira Imai mermaid print, and it has all of the signature elements of an AP mermaid release, shells and castles and little fish and mermaids. I love the Saks colorway so much. I do think the pink one is very pretty. They're all nice, but I find the print really jumps against the Saks with the navy at the bottom and the beautiful lavender gradient. All of these dark purples and cyans and blues and magenta and pink. There is dot lace with this sort of other dot lace on top and these bows at the front of the dress. This is the tiered JSK. It's a bit of an underbust cut. I think it looks very flattering, honestly. And these huge straps really help complement or hide my wide shoulders. I adore it. I love the way the lace sits on the bodice. I love this thinner chiffon-y bow with the pearl details all over it. It's just an absolutely beautiful dress. It's just a perfect dress for OTT suite, or I'd love to do a Hime style coordinate like Mermaid Princess kind of thing. I think it's going to be super versatile with all the colors in the print too, so I'm excited to coordinate it in more ways in the future. It is a 2011 release. It is Aqua Princess from Angelica Pretty, of course, and this is the JSK. It is a strapless bustier style JSK, and I have it in the pink colorway. Though I did have it in the mint one earlier last year, I ended up selling it when I found this one on Mercari. The mint colorway is very difficult to coordinate. It is a super bright mint with a super bright magenta pink, and I honestly couldn't find anything that would match either color. So it felt kind of awkward coordinating it all the time with white or soft pink. But with this one, it's much easier since that soft pink is the color of the whole dress, and it is a beautiful pink. I really, really love it against the magenta of the print with all the glitter details. This one does have a more simple cut. Most of the detail comes from the layers of tulle in the bust with the detachable bow, and there is a detachable bow that you can put at the front or at the back instead of waist ties, which is kind of interesting. This dress also has plastic boning in the bodice and corset lacing in the back. I find this dress to be super comfortable and super flattering. It gives you a really nice silhouette since the boning supports your waist really nicely and the dress is quite full. This one has a built-in petticoat as well, and it drapes very nicely over a, big poof petticoat. And then when you have like puff sleeves or more detail on volume up top, it makes your overall silhouette, especially your waist area, very smooth and very flattering. So I love this dress, even though I haven't had the chance to coordinate it that much since I, got it in quarantine, and I haven't been wearing Lolita as often as I would if I were to go out in the summer. I'm really looking forward to coordinating it more. I would also love to do a Hime coordinate with this. And when I say Hime, I mean like the Hime style of the 2010s, the gal influence style. To me, that's always what Hime is going to be in my mind, not like the OTT Rococo Taobao stuff. I don't know why, but I just can't wrap my head around that being Hime too. But yes, I would love to do a sort of gal inspired coordinate with this. I managed to snag it in a very good condition, Still a ton of glitter in the print, though to be honest, a bit less than my mint colorway, so I assume this one has been used more. But there's no staining, no rips, no tears, no damage apart from that, so I'm quite happy with it. You know, Mercari is honestly a blessing. I've gotten so many main pieces in great condition for a very reasonable price off there. This was one of my dream dresses. Every time I look at it, it makes me happy. I love the cute little mermaids, how like dressed up they are, even if you only see them in silhouette. And the castle with the fish and the like merry-go-round are also super cute. I have a cut-sew that matches the print of this dress. It's the carousel one specifically, and they weren't released together, it seems. It's not called like Aqua Princess cut-sew, it's called Aqua Merry-Go-Round cut-sew. And I'm excited to wear them together. I'm gonna try and wear it over top, or maybe turn the JSK like into a skirt by tucking it in, but I really like having it as part of my collection. Alright, so this is Mermaid Symphony. This is, well, it was the last of my dream dresses, which I managed to get this year, so obviously I'm very lucky that I was able to find all three of my dream dresses, which were Aqua Princess, which I just showed, this one, and then the next one I'm about to show. I got it in the mint colorway because it's the one I had found, and I had missed out just too many times on the other colorways, though honestly I am looking for it in pink and also in the black one. I think it's a very unique piece from AP with a lot of really beautiful details in the cut. So this bow on top is not detachable, and then it has all of this beautiful tulle on the bodice, this dot chiffon bows, and some lace with flowers and scallops all along it. It has full back shirring. This one is definitely plus size friendly. And of course, the most beautiful detail to me is the bustle in the back. There's a chiffon overlay, and then the bustle, which has these layers of dot tulle decorating it. The print is more like applique style. It's just screen printed on, which they don't really do much anymore. It's a beautiful illustration from Kira Imai, glitter in the print, seashell, and a mermaid with the Angelica Pretty logo. I think it's very cute. It has a bit of a like retro kitschy feel to it, especially the black colorway, which I really love. I love the detail that went into the cut, and this one is really easy to wear, really simple, because I feel like it's not too overwhelming with the kind of applique style print and then the details being in the cut. I do have the matching canotiers for this print. I have it in pink and I have it in mint, and I am obviously looking for the black one as well, and those are really beautifully detailed too. So last but not least, this is my final dress. It is the oldest dress in my closet. It was released in 2006 and one of my dream dresses, and that is Twinkle Mermaid from Angelica Pretty. Now this is a dream dress for obvious reasons, super cherished print in the community, and I love that it kind of represents that transitional period between old school and OTT suite, where AP started doing more and more prints and really kind of defining their brand image. It's a beautiful illustration. Kira Imai print. I think a lot of AP's mermaid prints are from her, though some of my dresses I'm kind of unsure, like Aquarium, Carnival, and Jewel Marine. I'm not sure if those are her prints. It is 100% cotton, dot lace along the bodice. There's 3 layers of it. There is this cute little bow, which is covered in a dot tulle. The detachable waist bow also is. There's satin and rickrack lace and tulle all along the bottom of the dress. Beautiful details, the ribbons that kind of scallop along the edge. On the back, it also has more lace that kind of separate the dress into pieces. What I find kind of funny about this is that the straps have rose lace. I think if AP were to release this kind of dress now, or release a similar one, it would be shell lace or star lace, something that suits the print a little bit more, but at the time they weren't really doing custom lace. But I think it's a really sweet detail that represents, again, this sort of like transitional period where AP wasn't what we think of today, but more finding their style. One thing that surprised me about this dress is quite big on me. It's actually a bit loose right here because there is a full panel of back shirring, but it is very generous and the cotton stretches quite a bit. So even though it is older, again 2006, this I would consider probably relatively plus size friendly, at least plus size friendly in terms of Japanese sizes. I was extremely lucky to get this dress with absolutely no damage. All of the pearls are still intact. There is glitter on the print. There's no stains or cracking or anything. Don't wear it too often because of the value that it has for being in perfect condition. Not that I would ever sell it, but more the value that it has emotionally to be so lucky. I do try and wear it to special events. The last time I went out to an event before COVID was Final Fantasy Symphony, and I wore this because it was such a special moment. So that was all for my main pieces. I'm gonna go through a few of my favorites for my other parts of my wardrobe, so I hope you enjoy. So this is my favorite blouse. I got it this year and I believe it's the Victorian princess sleeve blouse from AP. It's just very beautiful, very detailed. There's a generous heaping of lace on the sleeves. The bows have another, well, they're made out of another kind of lace. And then that same lace is along the bodice. There's more lace there. There's a detachable bow. The buttons are gold roses. I was actually surprised to fit this because it doesn't have shirring, and usually my shoulders make me need shirring, especially in blouses and OPs, and I just find it more comfortable. I prefer full shirring even if I were to fit into something because of its like loose and airiness. It's quite comfortable, so I was very happy. I got it off my friend this year and it goes with, you know, pretty much all of my main pieces except maybe the older ones. I'm really happy to have something so fancy and cute. So this is my Baby the Starshine Bright cardigan, or one of them. I really love baby cardigans. I find that they're usually a bit bigger than AP ones and the material is thicker. So I find that they have a nicer feel and they feel a little bit more durable, a bit more comfortable. This is the Heart Drop cardigan and I got it in the pink and mint colorway. It has really cute embroidery with the little crown and the logo on it. It has heart buttons and little bows. I love how Baby always does these kind of bows on the, like, around the button area. I love cardigans in Lolita. I have, I think, 4 or 5 cardigans and I love just being able to throw them over a JSK or even over a non-Lolita outfit and kind of, you know, bring my favorite brands with me. So this one is really sweet. I was looking to add more mint to my closet and this was the perfect piece to do that. I got it off the Japanese second-hand market. I think all of my cardigans have been around $30, which considering the price they're released for is definitely a good deal. My favorite headpiece is easily this AP soft bonnet. I got it off the Japanese second-hand market in my first Mercury haul. Honestly, that haul has been still one of my best ones to date. I love the just cute fluffy quality of it, the tulle on the inside and the bows on the side. All the lace is very soft and thick. I believe it's all cotton lace. It has a cute kind of old school-ish quality. I love wearing it with Twinkle Mermaid and jewelry jelly and doing more old school inspired coordinates, though obviously they are not true old school. Yeah, the baby blue color is just really, really cute. So here are my bags. I have the Cotton Candy Feet Heart Bubble Bag. This bag is amazing, it's convenient, it's very cute. I use it almost every single time I go out in Lolita and oftentimes even when I'm not going out in Lolita because it can carry my phone, my wallet, my headphones, my keys. It is pretty well made and sturdy and I love that you can change the straps to a purse, to a shoulder strap, and to a backpack, though I pretty much always use it as a backpack. I've had it for about a year or a year and a half and unfortunately the lining did rip off on one side on the inside, but I have a feeling that's because I was way too rough with it. At one point I was putting like my sketchbook and my huge pencil case in it with like wallet, keys, phone, everything, so I wouldn't really blame that on anyone but myself. And then my other bag is the AP Dream Shell one. I have the long strap on it, but it has short ones as well. Obviously these straps are very beautiful with the huge pearls and the little star zipper chain with the AP logo. I love this one since it matches absolutely everything, or at least most of the dresses that I have, especially all the marine prints, and it does fit quite a bit of stuff. I could definitely fit my wallet, my phone, my keys, and like my lipstick for the evening in here. So it is pretty practical and it is cute. I don't bring it out much because AP pleather is a little sensitive and I don't want to risk it starting to crack or crumble or, you know, fall apart too early. Though it does have a few little scuffs and nicks here and there from the like 3 or 4 times I've used it already. So I only have a couple pieces of outerwear. I got this fur capelet this year. It's the AP Pom Pom Fur Heart capelet or something. I don't know. These AP names are not the cutest and sometimes they're hard to remember. But it has, you know, those like OTT Sweet Air pom-poms all over it with some hearts and then these little satiny velveteen bows on it. It's honestly not the most flattering thing on me, again because of my wide shoulders, but I honestly do not care at all. I will wear this until I die. It's one of my favorite pieces in my closet because it is just so cute and really reminds me of the 2010s when I fell in love with Lolita fashion, and it's still my favorite era. My actual coat is from Baby The Star Shine Bright. I bought this secondhand. It's very comfortable. It's not the warmest. In Canada, this is definitely not a winter coat. It's more of a spring fall coat, but layered with a sweater on the inside. It is not that bad. It has obviously faux fur, 2 pockets, though they don't really fit much. And again, the baby embroidery and those like bows where the buttons go, as well as a bow in the back, which is removable, thankfully, because this is really annoying when I'm on public transportation. It really digs into your back. I would love to have a big warm coat for winter. Unfortunately, all of the ones I've seen so far, I don't think they'd fit me with a JSK and a blouse under them, so I stick to this little short coat for now and a proper winter coat in the winter, even if it's not, you know, super cute. I have these Angelica Pretty gloves. They are huge. They make my hands look huge, but in a cute way, with the little bows and some pearls sewn into the fur. They're very warm, and I kind of carry my phone in my hand and put it in the glove with me when I need easy access of like any of my cards, just to kind of show how really big they are. And finally, my last piece of outerwear is this Sweet Dreamer earmuffs. They are also really big. It kind of hangs off of my head unless I push it back, but they're very convenient in the winter. I often just wear these as my headpiece, and when I get to where I'm going, then I'll change it out for like whatever head bow or accessories I want. Nice and toasty, and they're kind of an essential here because the winters get so cold. Having something to cover your ears is a must. So that's all for my Lolita wardrobe at the beginning of 2021. I'm looking forward to seeing what I'm able to acquire in this year, even though it will probably be a bit less since I am, fingers crossed, going to be getting the MTO for Sugary Carnival and for Candy Fairy, and that will severely limit my spending budget. But I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope AP keeps announcing re-releases so that everyone can find their dream dress in a perfect condition. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be trying to release more videos. I have a few lookbook style ones planned, so if you're interested in seeing those, please consider subscribing to my channel, and please let me know what you think of this video and of my wardrobe and any of the dresses that I have. I would love to chat any of you about it. So thank you so much and have a great day!